Ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to the channel. As you can tell, today's video is a sad one. Keeley, five-star defensive end from Florida, has decommitted from Notre Dame and is now an uncommitted prospect. Keeley was the first commit in this 2023 class back last June when he was, I think he was unranked when he committed. He might have been a low four-star. Pretty unknown, had North Carolina and Florida as his other two big offers, but committed to Mike Elson, Brian Kelly, and Marcus Freeman while in South Bend late last June. And then things changed. Took some visits over the wintertime to Florida and Alabama, took a visit to Ohio State as well in the spring. Swung by Notre Dame at the end of March. That seemed like a very good visit, but came back to South Bend for the spring game. And I remember seeing pictures of him and kids and fans. He was staying after the game had finished to just talk to people, tell people he's so excited to be in South Bend. Notre Dame is going to win a national championship, yacht, all that kind of stuff. And it just didn't end up happening. Went back for a June official visit, loved his time. People thought it might have been wrapped up. No, it wasn't. He ended up visiting Tuscaloosa at the end of July. And I think that's when the tide started to shift towards the Tide. Bama. I'm not going to throw out it was NIL or not, but I think that had a large part. And also Marcus Freeman digging down and saying, no, you cannot take official visits elsewhere if you're committed. I think really deep in Keeley's heart, he's a Notre Dame kid. I think when he looks back on this, if things don't turn out how he wanted them to 30 years from now, I think he might be upset with himself. Maybe he goes to Bama and is a number one overall pick and has an illustrious NFL career. I think he might think the same thing. I think Keeley is meant to be at Notre Dame, but sometimes these things don't work out as we want them to. And I don't think Keeley will end up at Notre Dame. I think Bama has a lot that he likes. I think there's so much Keon likes about Alabama. I just think Notre Dame has that special little thing that no other school has and that is appealing to Keon. But I think the money, to be completely honest, NIL, I don't want to throw that out, but I just think it's real, guys. And I think the NIL game is what's getting the Tide on top here. He's going to take visits to Florida, probably Ohio State as well, maybe Michigan, who knows. But at the end of the day, I don't think this one works out for Notre Dame. I don't even know if the coaches still want to recruit him. It's just been a wild recruitment. They've been recruiting him for pretty much half a year now, like he's an uncommitted prospect, and that's no fun as a coach when this kid tells you he's committed. So I know his coach wants him in ND, his mom wants him in ND, his two best friends are going to ND. So it's just hard to take in, but sometimes there are just factors, I think, in these recruitments that just push some other teams over the top, whether it's I don't know, good or not or fair or not. It's just the way it goes. It's not like Notre Dame couldn't offer this kid $3 million. I mean, Notre Dame has all the boosters and connections in the world, but I think Marcus Freeman has planned the NIL game a little differently. He wants to see how you perform on the field. And he wants to reward you for that, not just coming to campus, because what you do in high school does not translate to what you do in college. Now, Keeley, I think, is going to have a big-time college football career. I think he's a top 3 player in the country. And I think one of the other top 3 players in the country is Dante Moore. We won't even get into that. But yeah, I mean, it's crazy, guys. College football is crazy, but I want to end it on a positive note because I think Freeman and company – I think this is only going to motivate them. Keeley is going to be in the stands Labor Day weekend when Ohio State plays Notre Dame. He's going to be watching from the Ohio State visitor section. And there you go. I mean, it's like you're out to dinner by yourself, maybe with your family or your buddies or something, and you see your ex-girlfriend with a new boyfriend. That's pretty much what it is. I mean, it's just motivation. Motivation for Freeman and company to recruit harder, to coach better, to work harder, because this kid, I think, I think he's a star. So losing a kid like that, they want to find the next one. They want to develop the next one. They want to coach the next one, and they want to give kids more reasons to come to Notre Dame. And the big way to do that is to win. Winning is the philosophy to recruit well. That's why Bama's in the top 3 every single year, because they constantly win. And if Notre Dame can do that, they will too. People like argue, oh, they can't with the academics. If they win as much as Bama does, they will. And so Freeman has to go prove everyone wrong. So that's the video, guys. Thank you for watching. Make sure you like, subscribe, comment if you have any questions about Keon Keeley's recruitment or anything else. I'd love to answer it. What this means for Peyton Bowen and all the other guys. I think they're going to stay. Bowen's recruitment has just been all over the place. I don't really know what to read as of right now on that one, but yeah. All right.